Hey, we all do that morning stretch, but is it enough to keep the body moving? Well, StretchLab Mesa owner Gretchen Bell and flexologist Rico are here to make sure we are stretching the right way and what we need. Gretchen, how are you doing?
Good. How are you doing today?
Good. Before we came on, you gave me a little story here that you actually went into a stretch lab in California, and that was it. You were sold.
That was it. Yeah. Still, actually, when we travel back to California, I still have a membership in California.
Yeah. And what's great about this is that we do stretch in the morning, and that's good. But as we get older, or even younger, or whatever, stretching is so important, isn't it?
It is. We, 4 to 94. It's for everybody, right, and everybody. We actually have a young lady who does gymnastic competition, and I think she's maybe around 10 that comes in. So yeah, everybody needs it. But this is a little different than just stretching yourself, as you'll see.
Exactly, and that's where Rico comes in. Now, Rico, you are a flexologist.
Yes, sir.
And we mentioned that. It's about the flexibility that you give people.
Yeah.
You don't go in there, and it's not like everyone thinks you're going to go in there and pull them this way, pull them that way, and you're going to be hurting when you leave there. Well,
No.
if you haven't stretched in a while, you will be.
Yeah, you might be a little bit sore.
A little bit sore. But that's not what goes on. You guys are there to get people so they are able to be mobile much better, right?
Yeah. Mobility is just like the range of motion through each key joint. So we definitely work on mobility. A lot of the times we also work on activation, so strengthening the muscles and get them stronger so we can actually improve their posture and symmetry, how well the left side and the right side work well together.
Yeah, and what's also important is that no matter what you do, sports or anything, you got to get into stretching. But also as we get older, as we say, you do work on older people, on keeping them mobile because our bones need it, our muscles need it. So what are some of the things that you do? Because we have to also mention everything is custom. It's not just where it's on a menu and you go, okay, I'll have that one. Everything's custom, right?
Yes, sir. So every 4 weeks we change up your program. We have a machine that tracks your the way that you squat, so it'll pick out some different areas in the body that we need to work on, right? So after those 4 weeks, then we would change up your program and customize your program a little bit more for you, right?
Yeah. Let me see some stretching that you're going to do on here. What's some of the things that you guys got going on?
So for most of the people that I see in the studio, it has to do with like lower back pain, could be hip strengthening that we need to get them moving a little bit better. So for her right here, say if she was feeling a little bit of tension in her lower back, right? We want to stretch out those glutes and the hips, right? So I'm going to place my hand right here. And as I press across, right, I get her into a comfortable stretch.
Nice. How's that feeling, Maddie?
Good.
Good?
Perfect.
So, and what's really nice too is that you have these stretches that people can go home and do a little bit with themselves, and that's important too.
Yeah.
Is that just don't keep on going to the stretch lab, do it at home too, because then we still work well.
They send them home with a little homework.
Homework to do.
Yeah.
Cool thing about us is that we have this thing called PNF stretching, which is where you would actually push against me. So as soon as she's pushing against me, she's essentially like tiring out the muscles. So once I have her relax, I'm able to get her down into a deeper stretch, right?
Yeah.
So,
and that's something that you guys work with. It's amazing.
Yes, sir.
Let's talk about the membership, because it is a membership, which is very smart to do. And so how's that work?
We have individual memberships. We have shared memberships. We have family memberships. Some people don't want to be tied into a membership. We have like a 3-pack or a 5-pack starter, and we have drop-ins. Yeah, so I mean, it's customized. Again, everything's customized, right?
So yeah.
If you want to be here every week, it's most economical to have a membership.
Yeah, which is
if
so
you
good.
can just drop in because you have a busy schedule or whatever it is, it's all customized.
Yeah, and again, and everyone there is a trained flexologist. It's so important there because, again, you don't want to go to, Bill, your neighbor, and say, hey, can you stretch me? Can you crack me back? No, you want to come into a stretch lab.
I can't even bring these guys on to hire them without either a bachelor's or some kind of experience and certifications.
Yeah.
Once I do hire them, they do about 100 hours of training before they even are working with a member.
Wow.
Yeah.
I know you've been doing lower, but you also do the upper body too,
Yeah.
which is important, and that's more the stretching and stuff that goes on.
Yeah.
So what's one thing we could just tell people at home right now that they can do to work on the stretch really quick? What's something they can sit at home right now and do?
Yeah, things that I would really work on would probably be your hamstrings and your hips. What we're trying to do is essentially just make sure that you're able to get down into those deeper stretches. So working on your breathing patterns, really focusing on diaphragmatic breathing, so deep stomach breathing. But
there it is.
that'd be
I
the
like
goals.
it. Tell people where they can find out more about the StretchLab Mesa.
We are in the Dana Park Shopping Center, corner of South Val Vista and Baseline.
There it is. All right. And then we got information on aztv.com. And also you can go to StretchLab.com to find the Mesa location. So thank
We
you.
need to get you in there.
Yeah, definitely. I got to get some stretching.
Cool. Thank
All right.
you.
We're going to come back with more of the mix right after this.